Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to episode number 90, Hollywood After Dark. Tonight's going to be an interesting night. Venom 2 dominates the box office. Britney Spears, I'm a little worried. I'm a little concerned. And a whole bunch more going on. We're going to be breaking it all down. Maybe even a phone call or two if time permitting, but let's get into it right now. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Happy Sunday night. I hope everyone out there is having a good one, having a safe one. I know that the Delta variant is still very much out there doing its Delta variant thing, and it's still freaky to go out. But anyway, movies are back. That's good. We're going to be talking about Venom and everything else here in a minute or two. But I just wanted to quickly check in with you guys by asking you a question. This is going to be something I'm going to be doing a lot more frequently here on the channel, but I want to know, I want to do a little bit of a movie versus movie. And in honor of today's main topic, let's ask the question, which is a better film, Venom or The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Both movies critically panned, did well financially, in the same, vein, I guess, same, character world and whatever. And given what's going to be coming out this particular holiday season, who knows, maybe on-screen adversaries. So let me know what you guys think is the better movie and why. Of course, do that down here in the comments and in the chat, and we'll check in on that here as well. So there's that. I just wanted to get that out of the way real quick. Also wanted to give a shout out to my channel members. You guys are great, keeping the channel afloat here. As AdSense revenue comes to a crawl, it's dead in many instances. You guys help keep me alive, so I really appreciate that one there. And I do want to get to the September giveaway. I forgot to bring this up the other day. I know it's the 3rd. I wanted to give you guys an answer on who won the Drunken Master 2 Blu-ray, and that actually, I was running it through. It's William Powell. So William Powell, hit me up, buddy. Let me know on Twitter or wherever you can, your address. I know what city you're in. I just don't know the exact place. And I'll send you out this copy of Drunken Master 2. And of course, what we've got for this month in October, the big October giveaway, given the fact that it is a horror themed month, I thought it'd be cool to offer up The Thing 4K. Oh man, The Thing, one of my all-time favorite movies, one of your all-time favorite movies. And remember, to get it on that one, you pretty much just got to become a channel member and throw down a super chat. That's the best way probably to get in on the action. So I appreciate that. That's my giveaway. That's my shilling. Oh, no, sorry. Hold on. One more little thing here. So tonight, at the end of the show, I will be instant premiering the new episode of Stranger Days, the story of why the Marvel comic failed and how it took down a titan at Marvel Comics in 2003. It's a crazy story. It's one worth hearing. That will be linked at the very end of it, and you guys will be able to go and check that out. So, all right, there we go on that. Let's get into the conversation here. First up, Blue Jay dropped a $5 super chat, kicking off the night, kicking off the week. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Asking here, did I see that Venom 2 made 90 freaking million domestic? That's crazy. Now imagine what the Eternals and No Way Home especially makes. Well, I haven't seen Venom 2 yet, so please no spoilers. I'll tell you guys this. I was going to go see it tonight. I really was. I was going to go see it tonight. I was working. I was doing delivery driving. I didn't hit my goal for the week because it's been kind of slow. This last week was pretty slow. And I'm like, I got to hit my goal. I got to hit my goal. And it was, I'm like, but there's a 7:40 showing. It was a pretty good night, but I wasn't quite at my goal yet. And then I got a last minute order that took me well past 7:40. So I did not go and watch it. And then I couldn't, there was a later show, but I would have been late for this stream. And so I'm going to try to figure it out this week. Obviously, everyone is talking about the post-credit scene. I got to see it. So I know Grace Randolph found a cam copy of it and she posted it in her thumbnail. Like that boggles my mind, to be honest with you. It drives me up the damn wall, to be honest with you. It's like, really, guys, are you really going to sit there and like post a thumbnail with a spoiler alert over it and think that's okay? Like, and her audience is never going to call her out on it because her audience are a bunch of simps. But anyway, I don't know. I just not a big fan of that. But I'll tell you what I did do, Blue Jay. I did come home and I played Halo Infinite for the last hour and some change of the beta. And I loved Halo Infinite. So when Halo Infinite drops in a couple months in December on Xbox, we'll do a get together. We'll do a night stream of it. We'll get together. We'll have a party night. We'll play. That game is amazing. It's so much fun. I was at the top of my Halo game tonight, having a blast playing that. And what was great, and this is a bit of a side thing, is my 3-year-old. My 3-year-old has trouble sleeping some nights. And so she was having trouble sleeping tonight. And I was going to go sit in the bedroom and play. And so the big bed. And because I have like this king size bed. And she was like, oh, can I come sit with you in the big bed? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to play this video game. And Halo is a shooter. And, it's not exceptionally violent. But I'm like, all right, we'll see how she can handle it and stuff, And so she sat down with me and she's watching me play Halo Infinite for like an hour. And she's getting into it. She's like, I would die. And she's like, they got you again, Daddy. And I'm like, yeah, they did, but it's okay. And then she just fell asleep next to me as I was playing Halo. And she just passed out. And like, it was one of the coolest things ever. I'm not going to lie. Sitting there with your kid. And your kid is just passed out watching you play video games. Like, that's awesome. That's so freaking cool. And I feel so blessed to have her as a daughter, as well as my other daughter. They're amazing. I love my kids so much. They're badass kids. And I can't wait for everything that's coming down the pipeline with them. They're awesome people. And I just wanted to share that moment. As for Venom, yeah, we're going to talk about that here in a minute. I do have that queued up. I do want to quickly go to the rest of the chat. I see Geek Studios here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Rainbow the Gamer, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, there was somebody in there who was like trying to spoil some Bond stuff. I don't know if it's true or not. We removed them. They were even kind of a user on the channel. I feel bad that I blocked them completely, but if you're going to come in and spam shit, I'm going to block you. Like, I don't care. Definitely says thing there. The AMBW channel says, Venom, let there be Charbo. That's right there, brother. Yanis throwing 3-1. How's it going? H Barts, how you doing? Music man, what up, buddy? All right. And then we got Tony, J-Pod, Chile. What's up, people? How you doing? Hank Hill. Not surprised the usual virgins are in here. Well, Hank, you, sir, have a narrow urethra. There you go. All right. Okay. Ash here says, give me that Blu-ray. Oh, you want that Blu-ray? You want to get in on it, Ash? All right. All right. She's already throwing down. Wants that 4K. Wants that 4K. Totally. The A and B here says, I need a buddy cop channel with Matt Jarbo and Kylie Jenner. That would be a very weird thing. That would be a very weird thing. What is my goal? Will get you there. I don't have a goal. My goal is usually, I try to bring home about like 300 a week on Uber, and I can usually do that pretty easily. This last week has been has been really slow. The weekend did pretty good. And then of course I supplement like the other half of my income, usually about 300, 400 a week through super chats. Believe it or not, you guys are really helpful on that one. So that's kind of how I make my living right now, to be honest with you guys. So that's just like, that's the reality of it, but yeah, anyway, let's see here. I know there's a lot of spoilers out there. Rational here says the mundane adventures of Matt Jarbo. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Let's see here. Rishi says Nerdronic is 0 for 2 on box office predictions, Venom and Shang-Chi, using his flawless Fandango metric. That's such a weird metric. That is such a weird fucking metric to use, right? That is an absolutely weird metric, because when you sit there and you go to like, I understand that a lot of people purchase tickets and shit, right? Like they use Fandango. I use Cinemark.com because Cinemark's next to me. If I have to go out of town, I might use Fandango, but I also buy directly from the website. So it's one of those weird things where like they don't know what they're talking about. I mean, there was an argument the other day. Actually, hold on. I want to bring up a video while we talk about Venom, because this is definitely one of those weird things that I came across on Reddit. And I showed this to some friends earlier today to give you an idea of just kind of how nutty, in some respects, like just how nutty, like the fandom menace is getting. All right, like just kind of how weird they are. You guys got to check. Oh god damn, I'm hitting the wrong button here. Yeah, just check this shit out. Like, this is an actual video, an actual clip here from Friday Night Tights the other night. And this is on Reddit, by the way. This is on Reddit, which is how I found it. But like, just listen to the weird delusion that you come across from these people, especially Jeremy up here. It's like, it's completely an odd game at this point.
How well it's going to do this weekend, but the preview night beat Shang-Chi by a couple $1 million.
Hell yeah, it did.
Yes.
People were like, when we did our little quick reaction, I was like, the movie's not that great, but it made a little bit more than Shang-Chi, and I wanted to make a lot more, so go fucking see it. And people were like, that's such a fucking, shitty thing for Jeremy to say. No, it's not. Go see it just to make more money than Shang-Chi. Fuck this movie. No, god damn it.
Fuck this camera.
Yeah.
The first one, was it PG-13 also?
Yeah, the first one was.
Okay.
Man, you're so toxic. The camera hates you.
Yeah, the camera was. I'm not gonna make that joke. Anyway, but yeah, it's not woke, and it is worth going to see just to have it make more money than Shang-Chi. I truly believe that, because regardless of how we feel, right now supporting movies that aren't woke is important. It just is. Like that, I truly believe that. That's why, what was it, Tomorrow War? I was so happy about Tomorrow War. Yes, it's a very low bar, but it's the realistic bar that we have right now. Woke movies are taking over. It's a disaster.
It's theoretically possible for Venom to match or beat Shang-Chi. Right now, the prediction was around $71 million, but the top end of the range was $80 million, which would put it over the 3-day total for Shang-Chi. But we'll have to, of course, wait and see. The long range for the domestic, though, I don't think is going to get close to what Shang-Chi is doing right now.
No, hell no.
Shang-Chi's doing great.
Yeah,
it's nearly.
It's breaking even this weekend and making profit this weekend.
Well, it's not really, because it needs to make about 500 million to break even. But
no, it's 375.
It's gonna do about double. It still made its money back. Put it this way today. So.
Yeah, making your money
Shang-Chi's
back.
making its money back. By the end of this weekend, it'll hit the number that it needs to make back.
So it made its money back. What's its profit?
No, it'll do twice it. No, Shang-Chi needs to do about 500 mil, because that's another one that was on the shelf.
375 mil.
That's marketing and advertising. But then we got.
I just love this because like they fight over
interest on the
stupid
loan
shit.
that was still waiting. That's another film that was hanging around.
Yeah,
until you can have actual numbers to back that up, the only number we have is 375.
See, okay, right there. Like, as much as Odin is like a gigantic piece of human excrement, I have to love his pushing at heel there, at ads, AZ, whatever you want to call that guy. El Senor Punchy Face is what I like to refer to him as. Because even he put this out tonight. One thing box office numbers for Venom and Bond show is Shang-Chi sucked. I mean, like, it's literally just the most repetitive shit at this point. It is so absolutely repetitive. It doesn't make any sense why in God's name they keep on pushing all of this literal nonsense. Like, it is just such a grift. And it works for them. Like, it works for them because of how dumb their audience base is. And I understand, I see J-Pod here, it's like saying here, am I the only one who's fans of both Nerdrotic and Jarbo? No, you're not. There's a lot of people. There is some crossover there. He clearly does have a larger audience. But you have to like look at it from the perspective of like, these people don't actually believe what they say. Like, ever. They just don't ever believe what they say. Because even going back to look at the first Venom outperformed in its opening weekend a couple years pre-pandemic. It outperformed. This one has done very well as well. But did it do it because of the quality of the movie? Most people I've heard talk about it have said it kind of sucks, but it's fun, but it kind of sucks. However, what is the big thing? Oh yeah, it's that connection to Spider-Man. It was even in Venom 2018, it was still that connection to Spider-Man that did it, right? It was still that connection to Spider-Man that really pushed it. But anyway, let's take a look here at the Venom box office article coming in through Variety, telling us here, Venom sequel feasts on monstrous $90 million debut, setting the pandemic record. Of course, it sets a pandemic record. You could probably fart in a snare drum right now and set a pandemic record of some kind. And again, look, there's literally There is like literally nothing wrong with that, right? There's just nothing wrong with that at all. A lot of people out there are like, are starting to go back to the movie. So we're going to start seeing these numbers increase, right? And so that's kind of the whole freaking point, is a lot of people out there are now feeling like they can go because we're getting these bigger movies in. So they're going to be happy for it, right? Now it's just, but again, with everything going on, what you have here is just kind of, hold on, let me get this. All right, there we go. Okay, so what you have here is you have people that are feeling kind of more confident to go back to the theaters. This is a movie that has been hotly anticipated. It is coming on the heels of the of the biggest trailer debut of like all time, or at least this year, Spider-Man No Way Home. Rampant speculation, rampant all of these things. And yeah, people are going to go and they're going to see it because they want to, even with social distancing in theaters. So it says here, Venom, Let There Be Carnage roared to 90.1 million in its debut, setting a new pandemic record. It's an impressive result, one that provides a lifeline to struggling movie theaters and once again proves Marvel's might at the box office. Now, this is not like, this line right here is fascinating to me because again, this is the connection to the MCU. All right. This is the connection of absolutely the connection to the MCU that's doing this, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's what Sony wants. That's what Marvel wants. That's what we're going to get ourselves. And it says here, the much darker Venom follow-up comes from Sony Pictures and is separate from Disney's Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay. Sure. For right now, kind of, maybe, who knows? I mean, people out there are speculating that one way or the I have a hot theory about the ending in No Way Home, which I'll talk about here in a second. And this is not based off any information. This is literally just, well, it's based off some behind the scenes photos that came out. And I have a theory about that. So anyway, so it says here that its first 3 days in theaters are any indication. Venom, Let There Be Carnage is on track to join those blockbusters as 2021's biggest earners. The film is playing only in cinemas, as opposed to being available in a hybrid release on demand, a factor that should help ticket sales. Yeah, I love this here. A factor that it does help ticket sales. All right. It does help ticket sales 100%. Saying here from Tom Rothman, who I just severely dislike Tom Rothman on a massive level. Says, we are also pleased that patience and theatrical exclusivity have been rewarded with record results. With apologies to Mr. Twain, the death of movies has been greatly exaggerated. Like, I love this here because look, these studios they're gonna toot their own horn. They're gonna toot their own horn, all that crap. I get that, but at the same time, it's like you have Marvel. It's Marvel's name. This is 2021 is Marvel's year for like just out. I mean, literally putting up so much content there. But here's the other thing too. Overseas, Venom: Let There Be Carnage opened in Russia with only 13.8 million. The film will bow in Latin America next week before landing in most major international markets. So they did. Sony very quickly, very rapidly moved this particular movie up. It was going to come out in 2 weeks from now. And then they pushed it. They moved it forward. They bumped it up because of the success of Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was the litmus test for how these movies are going to do. Eternals is the next one. And that one, I'm not entirely too sure how it's going to go. There was a new little preview that came out today, and it just looks so bland to me. And I know like there's a homogeny in the Marvel films. I know that, but for me, it's one of those things where it's just like, I don't effing know, man. I don't know. However, I'm thinking to myself that when it comes to Venom, this is actually done pretty well. It's going to continue to do pretty well. This is going to do well leading up to the release of Spider-Man No Way Home. No question about it. And people are going to be hyped. And if Sony keeps that hype alive, which at this point they're basically doing, they've all but confirmed the rumors for Spider-Man No Way Home are accurate based upon the stuff that we're getting here. The words that they're using are going to assume a couple things. And a lot of people out there are really just, like they're excited for it. Chris Smeltzer here says, I took my little brother to see Venom and it was a good movie. Cool. No, I really want to go see it. I'm going to try to go see it tomorrow. I like a lot of things that are good or bad or the other. So Fourth here says, whose theater is still social distancing? Mine isn't. Mine is actually, but then again, I live in a smaller town and everything else. Out of print here says, I bet Jarbo will not like Venom 2. I liked the first Venom. I really liked the first Venom. I liked it more the more I watched it. So again, I'm probably going to like it, you know. So anyway, we got that here. And then we got Saggy Melons is joining the party. What's going on, Saggy?
Oh, I saw you posted the link for members in case nobody who is a member pays attention to your.
I was getting to that. So I dropped the call-in link for members, and once we get done with the new stuff, then we can draw. I was going to mention that here in a second.
Oh,
and then after that, yeah. So, but I thought because we're in a couple DM. No, I thought you were in the Hollywood After Dark DM group.
No.
Oh, did you leave?
Probably.
You must have left. You must have dipped, and that's fine.
Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
I thought
I was doing you a favor by reminding people, and then I'm sorry.
No. It's absolutely fine. If I should have probably clarified that. It was something I thought about before as I was coming home. Like, I should really probably like do something with that, you know. And yeah, because there's not much going on tonight. Thought it'd be good to maybe do a little bit on the the call-in side, since that keeps getting requested of me. So how are you? Hope you're well.
I'm good. I'm well. I did not see Venom. Also, I want to see it because I did like. I'm with you. I liked the first one. I thought it was very clever. I thought it was really cool.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
The effects of Venom is so much better.
Yeah, they did a lot better job this time around. So before we get on too far, let's I want to show you guys this. This is my what I think the ending of the movie is and why I think it's going to tie into Venom. And again, this is all speculation. I literally have no idea. I'm probably wrong, but working theories now are kind of working theories because you have to. This is what YouTube wants now. YouTube wants you to do theories, right? No one wants real news, Saggy. They all want theories. But there are these set photos of Tom Holland and Zendaya filming Spider-Man 3, and just Jared put them out. So what we see here, if my damn thing wants to work, is we see, okay, there's MJ, right? And she's working. But she looks a little different in my mind. You know, she's got this expression on her face where it's like she's unhappy with where she is. And then we see Tom here, right? We see Peter. And Peter, he's holding something. It looks like he's kind of rehearsing something, doesn't it? Like he's rehearsing a statement.
Or maybe he's mailing a letter.
That's not a letter. That's a folded up piece of paper right there.
Well, he just didn't get it in the envelope yet.
Maybe. Who uses mail anymore?
That's true.
And so what I'm thinking is going on with this particular scene right here. I think this is the end of the movie. If you want my honest opinion, I think this is the end of the movie. I think that when Peter goes into whatever dimension he's in, because we know he's going into another dimension, he's going to go into the multiverse. I think at the end of the movie, he gets stuck there. And I think this version of MJ doesn't know who he is. And at the end, it's him telling her how much he loves her, or at least he's doing a speech, but it doesn't matter because she doesn't know who he is. You know, like one of those things where it's like, you know, you're a great person, you're awesome, you're amazing, I love you, goodbye. And she's like, I don't know who the fuck you are, bro. So that's.
You got all of that from 4 pictures.
Yeah, I got all that from 4 pictures.
Oh, I'm proud. Okay.
I got all that from 4 pictures, Saggy. That's how I did it.
That's amazing. I have no.
I mean, it's titled No Way Home.
I mean, that's true. It is No Way Home. So maybe, I mean, it is possible, but I mean, maybe.
So, Spherical Manor says she looks like she's in a sanitarium. No, she's working in a restaurant.
Yeah,
actually,
like
if you look it up here, that particular outfit looks like it's a restaurant, obviously, but it kind of looks like when we saw MJ in the first movie, that Kirsten Dunst, I think it was in Spider-Man 1. No, Spider-Man 2, when they're at an. No, wait, was it the first one? She was a waitress. It looks very similar to that. So I don't know.
Could be a McDonald's.
No.
Could be like their version.
McDonald's doesn't have pastels.
Yeah, it could be like their version of a McDonald's, like one of those like made up like McDonald's things, like Whack Arnold's.
Well, Donovan here says, well, Sony said that it's Tom's last movie.
No.
And then no, it's not Tom's last movie. Trust me, they're not. No, they're not doing that. Right? This is it's Tom's. It might be Tom's last movie with the MCU for a while. Right? Because there is that whole thing with the deal that they worked out. The deal is essentially that he's got No Way Home, and then one other like massive, like like an Endgame team up type event, type Avengers type film.
Back Home.
And so yeah, Back Home. Yeah, then that's going to be the fourth one. But it's possible he'll go to a different dimension and a different universe, and he'll be there for a while. And then he could team up with Spider-Man. He could team up with Venom to fight Carnage, and then we get that whole saga. And then they just kind of merge it in. They find a way to bring him back home.
I wonder
that
if
could
we're
ultimately
gonna see
be
that lady. Oh, what the heck's her name? Madam Web.
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
Maybe we will get that. Maybe we will get that. I don't know. I really honestly don't know what we're going to get with this at this point in time, but I'm very excited to see it. And I'm very excited to see how they all tie it together. But I think for right now, they're going to probably bring him into the Sonyverse versus bringing Venom into the Marvel multiverse yet. Right. So establish it in the Sonyverse because Sony's going to want that money. And after this $90 million opening weekend, they understand that there's definitely value there.
Right.
Yeah. So they're probably going to end up doing that. But in the meantime, we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen with that one. So I just wanted to touch that real quick. Hold on, a couple super chats here. Ash Eternal for $2 says, and I want an autograph. She's talking about the Thing 4K. Well, that's if you win. That's if you win it this time, Ash. So, but I probably won't do an autograph because then I have to send it to my house and then I have to sign it and then I have to ship it out again. And that just takes time. But I did it. I did do it for Elmo when Elmo won the Indiana Jones magazine. So, we'll check back with me at the end of the month.
And hang on to those too, because once he dies, it'll be very much.
Yeah. You got about 3 years on that one. So really, and that's going to end up real well. And then Chile here says, what would the Jarbo McDonald's celebrity meal be? Dude, fucking God. I don't even really, it'd probably be like 2 spicy McChickens, but on the egg McMuffin, not the McMuffin, but the muffin bread, right? Yeah. The bacon. Yeah. Sorry. It's because there's the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, not the biscuit, the McMuffin. Thank you. I always get my bread confused. Have you ever had a spicy chicken sandwich or a chicken sandwich on the McMuffin bread?
No.
It's fucking delicious.
Well, that spicy chicken sandwich by itself is kind of fire. That sauce they have on it's really freaking good. Like they don't have it here. All we have here is like mayo. Weird, because that spicy chicken sandwich at McDonald's was kind of a shock because it was pretty good. I was actually surprised that McDonald's came out with a really good spicy chicken sandwich.
Maybe. We'll have to wait and see how they do that. I don't quite know yet, but I would probably just do 2 spicy McChickens, a small fry, and an unsweet iced tea because I'm white. And
that's not a white thing. That's a Southern thing.
It's not. I'm in the Northwest, man. No, I said unsweet iced tea, not sweet tea. I'm also a diabetic. So I can't plus, how can anyone drink that shit? It's literally just it's just sugar water.
It's literally sugar water. I had a restaurant in Florida and the amounts of sugar we had to put into our sweet tea, our little containers of sweet tea was half a freaking gallon, if not more, of sugar, and then the rest of it just tea. Yes, you're right. It is sugar.
Yeah. It's definitely that. Hold on here, but Peach Mango Pie asks, what would the Fandom Menaces meal be? Shit. Literal shit. It would just be shit. Corn fed shit.
Corn
cow pies.
Fed cow pies.
I don't know.
What the heck?
I don't know. But I'll tell you,
who would eat shit?
The Fandom Menace is sweet because they've been wrong on their box office predictions. Rhea here says rip to Chipotle cauliflower rice. Yeah, you know what though? You know what I'll say to that, Rhea? All right, F them for charging the extra price on the cauliflower rice. Okay, they should just have that as part of their thing because it was good, and I do like cauliflower rice quite a bit.
I've never had it.
Oh, it's so good. Rice cauliflower tastes like what did I have? I've had cauliflower crust pizza. I eat a lot of cauliflower. Like they have like you can have cauliflower mashed potatoes, and it's good. Like it's good. Yeah, like cauliflower is like, look, I'm telling you, the future is going to be bugs and cauliflower.
Whoa.
That's what it's going to be. Bugs and cauliflower, because bugs are really high in protein, and they rapidly reproduce. Yeah. And give it like 10 years. Give it like 10 years, and you're going to be able to go out there and get a bunch of that stuff. I'm just saying. What we got here, though, is we got a new member. The Power Bunny just became a new member.
New member.
Thank you, Power Bunny. Thank you so much. Let me wait for the syndicator. Just joined at the Prime level for $5 a month. Thank you so much, man. Really, really, really appreciate that. That is awesome. All right, thank you, buddy. So what I want, Sagi, before we get into like a lot of like the other stuff, I do want to get your take on this as a woman. At least, I mean, I assume you are. I don't want to assume your gender.
You're a dick. You know what you did.
The fuck. Anyway, so have you been following any of this Britney Spears situation?
Here and there, for the most part.
All right. So just as a quick recap here, she's been in this conservatorship since 2008. It's been 13 years. She's not won her freedom yet, but her father has now been removed from it. The whole thing is a legal mess. Her dad is probably going to get FUCKED hard by this whole situation because she has claimed a lot of things about him, and they're probably all true. But in the wake of everything that's been going on, in the wake of all of this stuff, she keeps being really weird on Instagram, and like I'm a little bit worried about Britney Spears because did you see this pop up last night?
Is it the thing you tweeted? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, right. Like these are clean. They're clean photos. All right. It's like she's posting them and everything else, and like I'm like, okay, cool. Like have fun with that. Like I'm not against it. I'm a red-blooded American male. I'm not going to sit there and be like, no, put them boobies away. Yeah, who doesn't like titties? But when I talk about this, because her and I are like roughly the same, well, about the same. We're the same age. We're both 39, and like I can't help like ever since she started getting into this public fight, like I feel like her social media has been turning into this whole situation where it's like she's just kind of going back to like where she was. You know, it kind of feels like she's reverting back to where she was when she was under all that pressure and stress back in 2008, which is what led to the conservatorship. You know, like because she was. Do you remember the show on UPN, the reality show with her and K-Fed?
Yeah.
And it was like all crazy. It was like, you know, you're just watching this downward spiral that's nothing more than just odd kind of, you know, it's just social, it's just social fodder, really. It's or voyeuristic fodder for those of us who are fans of Britney. And then she got, you know, on the conservatorship and got her life together and did all this stuff, you know, and now it feels like there's kind of this reverting back to it. And I know.
No, go ahead.
Look, well, I'm saying if she shaves her head, we know it's a problem. But like, and I definitely want her free. I want her to be able to do everything she wants to do. But it's like, it's almost like, I feel like subconsciously there's cries for help, if I'm being honest.
I mean, a lot of what happened back in like back in 2000s, like before the conservatorship was up, I honestly feel like just everything that happened to her throughout her career, if you actually really go back, like there's a YouTuber, I talk about him all the time. He's been covering all this stuff, and there's a lot of stuff like he pointed out that when you look back on it, it's like, yeah, that seems a little awkward and weird. And I feel like a lot of the things she was going through, I won't really say because I don't know for a fact, but it does kind of come across like she was like pushed into certain things that maybe she didn't want to be, which kind of led to her kind of going down that route of losing her mind. And I think now with that picture, you know, that to me, just when I first saw that, when you first, you know, retweeted it, I was like, oh, Britney's, because the last thing we recall, I don't know if you're up to date with it, is that like she's basically her father stepped down. Her father's not in the conservatorship. It's lifting. And I felt like that was her way of being like, I am free. This, you know, because she wasn't allowed to post certain pictures of herself and things like that. Now she's going, I don't have to deal with anyone telling me what to do. Here's my titties. I can show them now because I can, and I'm going to, so it could be just her saying like, now I could post whatever the hell I want without anyone telling me what to do. I don't really think this is her having a breakdown. I think this is her kind of showing everybody that she's being liberated, and that could be possible.
And that's possible, and you're probably right. But I think like as it is, like as just, I don't know, I look at it differently now, being like a dad of 2 girls, and like, I just look at it differently. I'm like, okay, like I understand, like, and this is the thing, like clearly her experience with her father way different than my daughter's experience with me in an immeasurable amount of ways. But it's like, I look at it and I go, okay, like, I feel like there's definitely something there that, I agree with you about the liberation front. And I think that's definitely fine. Like, express yourself, do all those things. Like, she's like, oh, I got engaged. I think I saw like a People magazine or Us Weekly or something that was like, oh, baby next, is a baby coming next. And it's like, I mean, to me, you ever heard of Rumspringa? Mm-mm. So Rumspringa is what happens when an Amish person comes of age, and they basically like let them out for a while to go and experience the world.
Okay, that's what it. Well, I know that they do that, but I didn't know that.
It's called Rumspringa, and so I feel like it's like that. It's like a woman who has spent 13 years kind of in this very controlled environment, and she now has like this freedom, but like I can't help but feel that no one will ever like go, maybe you should rein it in a little bit. Like maybe you should rein it in a little bit, because she's got her kids, although right. K-Fed's got them most of the time and he's pushing for child support and all that shit, and now she wants to have another baby and she wants to get married. And it's like all of this rapid fire stuff. And I'm like, all right, look, we've seen this kind of trajectory before in Hollywood. We've seen this kind of thing happen before.
Right.
Maybe it's for the best. If I don't know, like, well, the thing is, her whole family is shitty. Her whole family is shitty. Every one of them is shit. Her mom sucks. Her dad's a goddamn fucking demon. And the sister is a spawn of the father. So she's got no one in her family that is going to look after her. I'm sorry. I feel like this guy she's getting engaged with, like this dude, I've looked at his Instagram and I'm like, oh yeah, he's totally fucking taking her for whatever she's got. Because I think it was Octavia Spencer had put on Twitter, get a prenup or something. And like, he fired back at her about getting a prenup. Like, Britney's worth like $60 million. Shit, if I had met Britney Spears and I was marrying Britney Spears, even I would be like, yo, a prenup probably is the right course of action.
Right. I mean,
it's responsible.
I mean, look at her dating history, right? Her first big public thing was Justin Timberlake. And again, if you look back at that entire relationship, it was very, like, obviously they were both celebrities in their prime or rising, if anything. And then when they broke up, it was a big public spectacle. Justin even went so far as to make an entire song about it. And imagine being a woman who is in love with someone that they she's known since she was a kid, getting together, being in love, breaking up, and being a big public spectacle of everybody, every interview, people asking her about it, trying, and mourning that relationship. And then that same ex makes a music song that was played everywhere, and you knew it was about you. He had a Britney Spears look like that stuff can really do something, especially considering the fact that clearly her family, especially when she started getting fame, that's when I'm sure they were probably loving at one point until she started getting money. And that's when all that greed and that stuff happened. And, pushing that relationship on her, which again, it kind of seems like the whole relationship was definitely like, oh, who are the top people in Hollywood right now in the pop music? Oh, be it Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears. They should date. It would be great publicity. And I feel like being in relationship with that, then you see what she goes to next. Regular people who aren't making as much money, like K-Fed, and this guy. I think when it comes to dating, she's never had a normal, stable, healthy relationship with men. Look at her father. You're a father. You're and you have daughters. Like, your daughters, and for all of you who have daughters, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but for a daughter, their fathers are their first love. Okay, that's the man in their life that raises them, that takes care of them, that they rely on and they feel safe with. And look at who Britney Spears' father is. that her having bad relationships with men. Look at her father. It started there, and it's sad.
Yeah. It's definitely nuts. It's definitely nuts. And you know, I'm just like, I'm saddened by it, to be honest with you. And again, I wish her all the best in the world. I'm just like, but I agree with you. I think everyone in her life has failed her. I think she was, you know, at this point, definitely groomed from a young age to be in this limelight, to be in this world. I mean, look, I'll say this, go back and even look at her first album, right? What was her first hit single? Hit Me Baby One More Time. I thought the lyrics were weird. Never mind, like, I was 17, she was 17, and I was like, oh, you know, like,
it was written in Sweden, by the way.
It was what?
It was written, and it was written in the song was in the track. That whole song was written by a company in Sweden. Sweden was responsible for like the majority of the K-pop, not K-pop, sorry, the pop music. I know K-pop.
You are totally letting your weeb veil slip right there.
But no, so I'm watching a Netflix show, and I think everyone should watch it. But it's like kind of like the history of like pop culture, and they had a whole portion dedicated to like that era, and Britney Spears was listed because "Baby Hit Me Baby One More Time" was written in Sweden. They have an entire thing where they write a lot of music, and they do the music. So "Hit Me Baby One More Time" is actually written in another country.
Well, there's also that song on there, Sometimes.
Yeah.
And that song on there, Sometimes, is what the chorus of that song is. Sometimes I laugh, sometimes I run, sometimes I'm scared of you. And I always thought that was really peculiar. And like, I'm like, okay, so she's 17, 18 years old. They put her out with this album, you know, that schoolgirl outfit that, I mean, and then from there, it just only like everything she was in, like Toxic and, you know, like It's Britney Bitch or whatever the fuck else she's done. She's always been in those kind of provocative outfits. There's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. It's just one of those things where it's like, she's always been a commodity, and I don't think she's ever really been a human. And now she's getting her freedom, and it's like, she's doing everything that you would expect a person who is just now for once in life getting freedom to do. And it's like at rapid speed. And I'm like, shit. I'm worried. That's what it is with me. I'm a little worried.
Real quick, that song Sometimes also written by a Swedish songwriter. So her entire album was written in Sweden. So none of the songs that she sang were from her creatively. The first album was like I'm pretty sure the entire album was written by the Swedish writer who
most likely.
Yeah, so that song I think was just an unfortunate coincidence considering her circumstance.
Well, Eric here is asking, who's a worse father, Jamie Spears or Joe Jackson? I mean, like, look, I think contemplatively, Jamie. But then again, like Joe Jackson, what he did to his kids is also unacceptable. Rashner makes a great point. Michael Jackson went through a very similar thing.
But he wasn't in a conservatorship.
No, but he was controlled. You know, he was controlled. Look, he was in the Jackson 5 when he was 5 years old.
But see, it's like, you're right. They both had crappy upbringings, but I would say Britney's is worse because, number one, she's been legally binded by being controlled. Like, she had, like, at least with Michael, when he grew up and realized what was happening, he got out and he was good on his own. But like Britney, she wanted out legally, she couldn't. What he did was worse because he brought it to a legal standpoint. She was trapped legally and there was nothing she could do. At least with Michael, he could have done something, and he did once he got older and realized what was happening. He's like, I'm out, peace, like F you, dad, I'm gone. Joe Jackson couldn't actually do anything legally to keep them around, but Jamie did. That he took her rights away.
Yeah, and that is absolutely the worst thing for that. But all right, so obviously, I mean, we want to see what's gonna happen with that. So here's the thing. I've got to be out of here in about in less than 40 minutes. So I just dropped the call-in link. We'll do a couple quick calls. People want to ask a question or two, and then that should wrap it up for the night. Saggy, you are more than free to stay. More than welcome to stay.
Oh, thank you.
If you'd like. We'll go from there. Let's see here. Okay, hold on. Rash says here, Saggy, she wasn't trapped. She could have gotten a financial lawyer and sued. It took her 13 years to do it.
Right.
Though.
Well, I'm saying is like, here's the thing. She was trapped because she had no access to her finances. So
really her body autonomy.
Right. Like she couldn't, couldn't do it till now because she had no access. Her family was in charge of her finances. So if she tried to get money, they'd be like, well, what's it for? Well, I want to fight the conservatorship. Nope. Yep, that's what it was. That's what a conservatorship is. She had no
to give you the best thing here, really, the best idea, the best example. Jamie Spears paid himself $16,000 a month. He paid her an allowance of $2,000 a month.
What?
So,
what a scumbag, dude.
So there's a lot of shit there. There's a lot of shit there. But all right, we're gonna get into the phone calls now. We'll see what people are saying. We have a couple members that decided to jump on because I dropped the member link there, and I'll probably be doing that more often this week. Dropping on the members the link first to give them a chance to come on in, and then from there we can do it. But we got Benjamin Levine. How's it going, man?
Yo, how's it going, Matt?
It's going good, dude. It's going good. So what's on your mind tonight?
Off the top, I'm actually curious, how much do you keep in touch with like other YouTube pundits or
it all depends on which what part of the side of things that they're in, I guess. Like, is there anyone in particular, or just like
for example, Andy? Do you talk to Andy at all?
Are we talking Signor?
Yeah.
No. And the last time I spoke with Andy Signor, he threatened to call the cops on me.
Are you kidding me?
Because because we had come to an agreement that we weren't going to talk about each other. And then the next day he retweeted this guy Paul's video, and Paul, he had fed information to about me in order for Paul to make the video. So it's really a scummy move in general. And Saggy can actually confirm literally all of this.
Yeah, he sent me the text message.
Yeah. And so Andy was really upset about it. Actually, I texted him and I said, like, hey, like, you couldn't even make it a day, you know? And then he's like, leave me alone. And then I just kind of turned it back around on him because he's insane. I mean, the guy's literally like, I mean, he's nuts. And so,
video on it. Yeah.
I'm fine without ever talking to him again. I just feel bad for literally whoever gets into business with them, because they're going to find themselves getting fucked over at some point in time, as literally every other one of his close friends has felt that. So
that's crazy to hear, because like I regularly watch you, Andy, John, Campia, Grace, but then like to hear that there's so much drama between everyone, it's kind of like, it's crazy.
Well, the drama in regards to Campy and Grace per se, it's all surface level. You know what I mean? It's all surface level. Like Campia, I give him a fair amount of shit. I think he's got real boomer takes. Like I think he's lost touch with a lot of things in regards to the industry. And I think he relies a little bit too much on Robert Meyer Burnett in order to add to bring some of that commentary into it. And literally he just like collects super chats and like, hey, that's his game and good for him. Grace is insane sometimes. And it's really funny when she goes full on like mask off, you know, because she's got a large army of people who hate her. Andy is a narcissistic sociopath who hosts a self-help call-in show. He's got no medical training to provide advice in this particular, topic. And I find that to be wildly dangerous, but that is simply my opinion. Yeah. Well.
I like Grace. She when she does that, well. I'm like, the way she does that is her face is so crazy when she does it. I'm just like obsessed with it. Like I could watch her do that over and over again and just be like, I love this woman.
Hold on here. Fourth here says you should go to Andy's house and do a live stream like Boogie.
No, absolutely not.
No, not at all. I have no desire to go there, and I have no desire to go to Florida.
Y'all want him to get shot or go to jail? Y'all are bugging right now.
Yeah.
By the way, check out this fidget spinner I got from my college. It has a built-in highlighter. Like,
it's kind of cool.
I'm not gonna lie. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, why is this thing falling apart when I opened it? And I realized, wait, these are actually highlighter pens.
That is smart.
Yeah, it is.
Like I actually found my fidget spinner the other day and I'm like, why do I still have this? Really? And then I played with it and I'm like, oh yeah, now I know why I have it.
That's what she said?
Sure, I guess. But all right, Ben, is there anything else you quickly want to touch on? Because we actually got a fair amount of people to get to.
I actually do have a pressing. So there's a festival happening in my hotel, a film festival, a sci-fi horror film festival.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to come up with like an idea for a film. Right now, I'm thinking doing a Lovecraftian mixed with the whole monolith situation that was happening last year, where they were appearing all over the world in Utah.
Oh, so yeah, that fad that went real quick.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if you had any off the top ideas that you wanted to.
So it's not good for me to ever give out any ideas just because there's like legal issues on that one.
Really? Okay.
What I would recommend is Reddit has kind of an open source forum for this. It's called writing prompts. And people just kind of have like their random ideas. Like, oh, what if here's a writing prompt. This is the subject line. And just kind of like dive into that and see if anything strikes your fancy and then just adapt it. Because once they put that out there, like they're putting it out there for people to write on. Like they're not gonna collect any money off of that. You know what I mean? So I would just find something. I mean, look, the simplest way to do horror is to find something that actually is scary to people, and then really kind of amp it up. Like that's exaggerated a little bit. Like why do we find slasher films so frightening? Why do ghost stories freak us out? Probably like the scariest thing a person can do is like get married. Why is marriage a thing? Like you do something where it makes fun of marriage, I guess. I don't know. But just whatever. There's a ton of things you could do. It's really not going to be that big of a that big of a thing. I mean, I would just say, yeah, you can look around and just find something that people are fearful of and then just see if a story comes to you.
Thank you. I appreciate the pointer, Matt.
Yeah, no, you're welcome, man. Have yourself a great night.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you very much, Benjamin. Have a good one, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Adorable. I love him.
Yeah. Fourth here asks, what's scary to you? Taxes. Fucking taxes. But that's just what happens when you're an adult. How much money the government wants from you, they're going to fucking get it. Anyway, I'm not too sure exactly what's going to happen with this caller. Should be interesting. Let's go. Perspicity. Am I saying that right finally?
No, you're not.
God damn it. Well, I haven't talked to you in months. I never get it correct, but you were
a long time.
You seemed like you wanted to come on real bad.
Yes, I did.
That's what
I don't. So, yeah. So what
you got a new co-host. That's
I have a friend. I have friends I bring on and we chit chat, and it's always a lot of fun.
Wow, you could have just said yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I think you're an improvement, so don't be offended.
Oh, thank you. Absolutely.
Anyway, Charbo, it's time for you to come back to the fold, my friend.
No.
Time.
It's not time.
What fold?
Only in some. I know what he's talking about, and only look. Here's the thing. I just want to dip my toe in occasionally and like fire off my shots and run. That's really about it, for fun mostly.
It's a meltdown going on right
now. I have been fully aware of the meltdown. I've been following. I've got
take off the mask, Jarbo. It's time to reveal.
It's no. So what he's talking about is there's this guy named Ethan Ralph who did a 24-hour live stream.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And he apparently farted. And so as a result of that, it
farted.
Well, a sharded. I'm trying to be. I'm trying.
Live.
That's what people say, and he is having an absolute meltdown over it, and it's really funny. Like, I mean, I've seen this dude meltdown before, but this over something so like just benign. Like, just play it up. Like, dude, it was a 24-hour stream. I farted a little bit too hard. Whatever, man. And then be done with it. Laugh at it.
Rich from Review Tech USA literally farts in his mic deliberately.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's
like,
always show up when he's doing it. It's weird.
If you don't care, people won't care. if you start trying to make it a big deal, then people are going to go, wait, what are you trying to hide? And that's basically what's going on here.
Well,
but
so are you going to declare jihad on people?
I'm not going to declare jihad here. Hold on here. Fourth wants me to bring up the video.
Oh no. Well,
Ethan, you know what? I don't want to.
Listen, Ethan Ralph's been on a friggin'
You don't do Boulder
rampage
talk anymore,
this
so I
week.
had to call into this one.
Well, actually, it's funny you say that because I did drop something tonight where I did actually address the fucking chart thing, but it's just me rambling for a half hour because I was like bored. So it's on the channel. I think it's up on the channel. Should be up there. No one ever watches that channel. It's fucking dead. That's why I did it.
The old one.
The old channel, not this one. Yeah. No, I wouldn't talk about that here.
The Jarbo channel?
Yeah. The thing with that is though, is like, look, the thing with Ralph, and I'll give him, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt in some, I shouldn't because he's a piece of shit, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt in regards to, like for one, his microphone is set up to where like it is, you're supposed to talk directly into it. And you can't really hear much else that's going on. So him farting must have been like real fucking loud. You know what I mean? Like that was like, that's the other thing on there too. Like you can hear it. It's pretty loud. And then as soon as
he shit himself, that's why it's
yeah. And then just that, but the way that he also grunted when it was over, you know, I had immediate like sex tape flashbacks. Right. And it's like, oh no. Cause then you know what else dawned on me that I saw people pick up on too is because I was sent the clip as soon as it happened. But I'm like, wait, he doesn't wear underwear. Like he's openly admitted this. Like he doesn't wear underwear. So he's sitting in like literally his pants, and then he's you know got like, I mean, like, dude, we've seen that the guy's uncircumcised. Like he's gonna have a dribble dick, you know, like so his
that's gross.
I'm just saying, it's like there is a reason why you wear underwear. And that is something that for some reason with him, it's like in the heat of Richmond, Virginia, in the sweltering bitch ass fucking hot summer asshole that we get out there. I don't know. I can't think straight right now. You know, it's like you wear underwear because it collects all that shit. But like, nah, it's gross. It's just gross.
Yeah,
that's what I want to
You
say.
think he took a sniff is what you're saying.
Took a what?
I took a sniff.
Yeah. I think that's what gets him off. Like I literally made that joke on Twitter. No, because he's got a scat fetish. He does. He has a scat fetish. Yeah. He has a scat fetish. If you watch that tape, because if you watch the tape, like he sniffs it and potentially sucks it clean. We don't quite know. Because you can't see it. Yeah, the sex tape. Yeah. And I hate the fact that
you'll be scarred for life.
Don't watch it. It's worse than Two Girls, One Cup. Like I can honestly say that it's worse than Two Girls, One Cup.
Was not. I didn't want to throw up when I saw it.
It's maybe it's because I've known this person for a long time and I find them to be morally repugnant and just like physically reprehensible.
Well, he's been on a tear. He's been like on a tyranny this week on Twitter. Everybody that I know who used to care about him was talking about it because he got to a fight with another big YouTuber, which was very interesting. I actually just streamed about it. Yes, Mr.
The slimy YouTube lawyer. Who I think now owes $250,000.
I like Nick Rekieta.
I don't like Nick Rekieta.
Why does nobody like
snake.
Nick Rekieta because he's pretty skeevy. He's pretty skeevy.
Yeah.
Why? I've never
like
seen him do
imagine
that lawsuit thing
disavows you for being a slimy lawyer.
Yeah, that's really funny. It's really funny. Yeah. But no, because the thing is, like, when it comes to the whole Vic Mignogna fund, you know, to that GoFundMe and whatnot, like, I'm sorry, I agree with the criticism of if you put your name out there, you're raising this money for Vic, and then you give him the name of an attorney who you're close friends with, who you've known for years, who has never actually done a case like this in court, and it's like all of law Twitter was laughing at these guys for like over a year. Law Twitter was just laughing at Ty Beard and Nick Rekieta because they knew they were going to lose. Like everyone,
Nick Rekieta and Ty Beard were laughing too behind the scenes.
Oh, 100%, 100% that. And I'll tell you why.
I thought it was pretty funny too.
Because they knew, well, because the thing is, like, so Ty would get the money and Nick would get the super chats, right? So Ty would leak all of that info to Nick before it went public. So Nick would have all that. Like, I'm speculating here just to cover my ass legally. So I'm speculating that Ty would allegedly provide Nick with privileged information. Nick would then go live on a show to like multiple thousands of weebs who would pay $20 a super chat to get that read on screen. and he would talk about the case, and he was like the one person talking about it, and that was the lightning rod for it. So Nick made an insane amount of money off of Vic Mignogna in a way that would not be considered doing legal work, even though they were clearly involved in it, and he was clearly the PR wing for it. And I'm like, look,
Well,
is it
Ty
like
Beard is Nick Rekieta's drinking buddy from college?
Yeah, they were. Well, that's the thing too. Like,
I was gonna say, I was pretty sure that all the money that he was getting around that time, it was going to that GoFundMe.
He was no, the Super Chats.
I'm trying to remember.
I don't know about that at all. I mean,
so.
I don't know about that at all.
I don't remember. I was pretty sure that he was like most of the money he was making off of his streams was going towards that. I'm trying to remember.
Why would he give money to like? Why would he
give money to that?
They made like a couple $100,000 pretty quick off that. Like, why would he give any money? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I don't know. I think that was just for what they predicted the legal fees would cost in general. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I'm just trying to remember what happened.
But didn't Vic ultimately have to pay out like $250,000?
He owes $250,000 now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he just lost everything and then lost more money and stuff, and it's like those guys walked away scot free.
Well, Vic everyone still talks to them. He was actually on a stream with.
I'm sure. I'm sure because it's an optics thing at this point. It's an optics thing at this point.
It's a grift thing. I mean, he's got to grift that $250,000 back.
Yeah, he's got.
I don't know. I would think if I was Vic and I got lost a case like that, I would not want to associate with the people who lost.
Well, the thing is, but this is the thing, Saggy. Vic isn't smart. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I don't know personally. I have a friend who knows him, who's worked with him, who doesn't like him, and has told me things, which has altered my opinion of Vic. However, Vic is the kind of guy he was in a bad situation, and he got this groundswell of support, and in that moment, you know what, any port in a storm sort of thing. So I think that's what happened with Vic. And so anyway, that's kind of the whole thing with that. But yeah, I mean, like I've largely tuned out. The only reason why I pay attention to the sharding thing is because it's fucking funny.
That's true, Jarbo.
No. There are things I know about in regards to like what people DM me on Twitter, but like I don't go and watch. Like I think it's like a friend of T Clips will send me stuff every once in a while,
Pig Clips.
And then I don't see. Here's the thing: I didn't even know about PPP and Surfer until after everything went down by like a week and a half.
Behind. Even I knew about that.
I didn't know about that.
Pants on the grave.
Why would I? I don't care about it because I don't care about any of that. I don't really care. Like none of that is interesting to me.
You're not gonna join the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse against PPP.
What are the 4? Who's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse here?
I want to be a horseman.
And Surfer, Gahul, Surfer, Leo Pirate. And John Michael Kelly.
Gahul is insane.
Oh no, that
Gahul is nuts.
That person's gone.
Like, I mean, dude, like he would send me like he.
Well, he's very angry at you, Jarbo.
Oh, I know he is because he would sit there and every fucking day, multiple times a day.
The Rock is not a movie star.
The Rock isn't. The Rock is an entertainer, but he's not, and he stars in movies, but he's not traditionally a movie star.
How is that possible?
Wow.
It's very possible. I don't need to relitigate this argument. I don't need to relitigate this argument because I've been proven right time and time and time again.
Wow.
Yes,
your friend doesn't agree.
Oh my
what the fuck is he talking about?
Because people have this arbitrary idea of what it is. It's no, look, The Rock, the movie
star.
He's an entertainer. He's a businessman. He's not a movie star. There's a difference there.
He's been in movies.
He's been in movies. A lot of people have been in movies.
The main star in like every movie in the last.
Right.
No, he's not. No, he. Oh, actually, no. To take that back, he is kind of the main star. But look at the movies that he does that do well. The movies that do well, generally speaking, no. Well, Fast and Furious isn't a Disney movie. You know, the Jungle Cruise has done well. But he was. But the thing with that.
I mean,
go ahead.
The Rock got big off Disney movies, not like these dumb action movies. He got big off of like Disney movies.
He got big off of doing. Okay, he started in 2003 with the Rundown,
one where he was the Tooth Fairy. Remember that?
That wasn't Disney. That was Fox, which is now Fox? Disney.
Well, yeah, it's Disney now.
Okay, but he didn't do the sequel because that was Larry the Cable Guy. He did Walking Tall,
what am I listening to right now?
which he didn't do the sequel. That was actually Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah,
which is really weird. He did Gridiron.
Trying to gaslight us.
I'm not gaslighting. I'm not gaslighting. He did Scorpion King. Scorpion King. That was the first. he did Scorpion King in 03, I think, as well, or 04. Or maybe it was 02. 02 was Scorpion King. That was his first starring role. And he didn't go on to do any sequels on that. So the thing is, like I said, this is what I'm talking about. He's a business brand. He jumps to whatever else is going to do well for him. If Black Adam crashes and burns, which I predict it might, then what we're going to see is him then leave the DCEU, which he spent 13 years attempting to get into, and is going to jump over to Marvel, because that is where that's the next logical step. He's already had discussions with Kevin Feige. That's the whole point. Is like he's a business guy. Yes, he'll jump over to Marvel.
If The Rock can survive a flop like that Tooth Fairy thingy that your friend was talking about, and he's still getting gigs and doing pretty good with like Jumanji and all this stuff, I'm pretty sure he's a movie star.
Jumanji 2 did less money than the first Jumanji.
I mean, of course it was going to be, because the first one was really good and the second one was like, eh.
Well, yeah, but then again, usually
it's The Rock's
how
fault.
about this Jungle Cruise movie that he was just in?
Jungle Cruise was actually not that good of a movie, but it did do well in the box office. That is true.
Yeah, so your face.
Yeah, but I'm also but also Emily Blunt is a draw too, not just The Rock. Emily Blunt is also a draw.
It's also a draw.
Like
I'm not saying The Rock isn't a draw. I'm not saying that he's not a draw. I'm just saying that he's not the draw. You put him in a movie. Look at Rampage. Look at San Andreas. San Andreas did well enough. They talked about doing a sequel. They've never done. Rampage.
There was a horrible.
He's done a ton of movies where he'll literally do whatever they throw money at him for.
They still actually made box office. Didn't even Rampage still make box office?
No, it did okay. I think it did like 375. Usually his movies.
And that's only
okay, hold on. For the highest paid actor in the world, why is it like just on average, his standalone non-ensemble film movies do less than $400 million worldwide in the box office? Why is that? For the number one paid actor in the movie,
even Rampage made $420 million.
Yeah, on average, about 400 million is about where he sits at. Is it though? Is it though for the highest paid actor, right? The highest paid movie star that's out there, right? The last of the greats
don't have like.
No, because he needs an ensemble cast in order to rack up that box office money.
Bro, The Rock literally was more popular than Vin Diesel, and that's why they have beef, because The Rock was a better, like he was better in the movies than Vin Diesel when Vin Diesel was doing it way before The Rock even joined.
Yeah, and then guess what though? Hobbs and Shaw did not crack $1 billion, which is something I feel should have happened if it was a better movie. All right, and Fast and Furious 9 didn't even feature Hobbs. Hobbs wasn't even in Fast and Furious 9, and it still cleared $700 million worldwide during a pandemic. So again, explain to me how, if The Rock was as big of a draw as everyone likes to tell me that he is,
the movie still made $560 million.
Which one? Which one?
Hobbs and Shaw.
I'm not saying it didn't make money. I'm saying it didn't make as much money as it should have. For coming off of that, I love all this. I love all of this because it always boils back to like he's a wrestler. You know what I mean? Like he's just whatever. He's an entertainer. He's a brand. He's a brand. That's what he is. Okay, that's what he is.
I'm so triggered right now.
Says that he goes out to bars and picks up women, telling them this. That some guy on Twitter named Jarbo doesn't believe The Rock is movies.
This is what Gahul does. I hope he gets laid. I hope he gets to wet that wick. I hope to God that him defending The Rock gets a woman so wet that her panties turn into a slip and slide and he can just ram that big fucking forehead in.
Horrified.
I'm gonna beat you with a rock. Okay.
You've been sensing even your co-host Jarbo with this crazy fucking take of yours.
Right, like The Rock is a movie star. Say what?
I don't even have to do anything.
I'm very disappointed in you, Jarbo. Very disappointed. This is very upsetting. I do not know how I feel right now. There's very much a lot of conflictions in my brain. Like you literally broke me just with this take, man. My brain is literally about. I feel a tumor.
Yeah, well, that's how we all feel. That's how we all feel.
I'm feeling a tumor growing.
So this is why this Gahul guy has declared war on Jarbo, because Jarbo will not admit that The Rock is a movie star.
Because I'm not wrong. Because I'm not wrong.
You are wrong. He is a movie movie star. He's
an
movies,
entertainer.
right?
He's the best.
stars
He's the
in them.
biggest entertainer in the world.
Does he have a friggin' star on the friggin' Hollywood thing? Yes, he does.
Does he?
Wait, does he? I don't know. Let me Google it.
I don't know.
Of course he does.
Hold on.
I don't know, man.
Of course he does. All right, let's wait. Let's wait for the result.
He might have one. I think he just got it.
Definitely 100%.
Let's see. He did get one. Okay, when did he get it? He got it on December 13th, 2017. So that for a couple years now.
He's a fucking movie star. He's a fucking star.
Hold on. But you know, like I think like Drew Carey as a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Is Drew Carey a movie star?
But here's the thing: they're stars. That's why they have literally a fucking star on the friggin' pavement in a friggin' Hollywood.
I don't know.
Actually, do you know how you get that? Is the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. Like you have to apply for it, and then you have to pay like $30,000, and then they'll allot certain people.
I mean, Drew Carey's a TV star though. And
Oh yeah, hold on though. Donald Trump has a fucking star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
We gotta look. Because they have the symbols, like they'll have a
But
TV
even
for
if you have
movie
to
star.
pay for the fucking star,
have a-
that means you make
usually
enough
they have
money
a
as a
film
movie
camera
star to get the fucking star, Jarbo.
Look at this here. As much as this pains me, they campaign to get a star.
But
Thank you.
No. You have the money because you made the money from your movies being a
Guess
star.
what's on Dwayne Johnson's thing?
And then the
A
committee
movie camera.
acknowledges
It's a
you as
movie
star.
camera, Jarbo.
What else would it be?
Look
like
at
what?
it.
What else would it be?
TV
Fucking
if you're
energy
a
drink?
TV
Is
star,
that what it would
or
be? Like
if he was a wrestling star, be a wrestler or whatever the fuck.
I don't know.
I'm gonna punch you in the
I just think this is really funny that you guys are so wanting to defend this guy who clearly isn't. He's famous. He's an entertainer, but he's a brand first.
Bro,
He's not a star. He's an entertainer.
He's a fucking star.
This is the thing. It's like where did he end up hurting you? Where did he touch you guys as children? That's my question. Okay, like because you're acting like he's got something over you.
I will light your fucking beard on fire.
Not trolling.
He's not trolling.
Out of
guys.
Prince is Matt trolling hard. Here's the thing though, I'm not trolling. I really don't think he's a movie star.
Well,
I don't.
is. So you know what? He is, and I've said it, and now it's true.
So I guess you won't be joining Cahool on his crusade against PPP.
By the way, I'm surprised.
Okay, hold on. Why exactly is Gahul against PPP? I don't know. I thought
that's a long story.
Okay.
He
basically chose the opportunity where PPP right now is in a camper in the Canadian wilderness right now.
Now wait, hold on. Which one is gay though? Is it PPP or Surfer who's gay?
Well, they're not gay.
Both.
I heard someone was. This is how little I know. Someone's like, you heard PP. Like one of them is gay.
Surfer's now, acting a little bit like a jilted spouse right now, but
okay. But is it true Surfer had to wipe his ass? Is that true?
He had to wipe the toilet seat sometimes.
Oh, I mean, like, dude, everyone does. You share a house with somebody, there's going to be a little something on the seat every once in a while. Like that's
apparently Surfer was very offended by this.
Oh, well, I mean, like, dude, when you're that fat, like PPP got fat. Let's just be fair. All right, when you're that fat and you fucking shit, like that's the thing. He's always been big, but like he's gotten like he ballooned up there for a while. When you get to be that large, I mean, like you're not gonna have like your body mass is going to encompass the whole of the toilet, and so it's like. It's going to be very like honest to God, he should just like shit and then get right in the shower and then just like
50 pounds.
You guys are talking about that stream where his roommate was talking about he cleaned out off the poop in the toilet. I remember my friend recovering that, and the first thing I said in my head is like, how the hell do you miss the toilet with your booty?
Well, Jarbo seems to understand how it happens. He must have
He probably.
Look, here's the thing. For one, like, look, I've had to clean like public toilets at like theaters and stuff, so I've seen how bad things can get, especially when it's like, people who have very little regard for bathroom etiquette. All right, like, and someone like PPP, I don't think really has the highest regard for not only personal hygiene but bathroom etiquette, and then you look you look at someone like Ethan Ralph and you get the exact same idea. It's like,
Ralph definitely
like, I mean, come on, like, I could only imagine how much his bathroom just reeks and
I don't know
reeks.
how people can do that. I remember when I was in endoscopy tech. Sorry, gross story. But one of the patients, this tiny woman, after her procedure, having a colonoscopy, she had to go to the bathroom, and after she got out of the bathroom, I till this day don't know how it was possible, but there was shit everywhere, ceiling, walls. I still to this day don't know how it was possible.
How the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, I have no idea how it was possible. Thankfully, I did not have to clean it up. Some of the nurses did, but it was like the most perplexed thing I've ever seen in my life. Where after you go in the bathroom is everywhere, and I'm like, how the hell did it get on the ceiling, dude? Like, what is happening? And the
one
ceilings
time
are pretty
at the drive-in, a woman took a used tampon and painted a mural on the stall. I'm just saying, like, you know what? Like, you always think men's bathrooms are bad.
Women's bathrooms.
Oh, they're the worst. They're the
women's
worst.
bathrooms are not that bad.
Oh,
it depends on where. It depends where. I used to work in a mall, and the women's bathroom was regularly cleaned. So I think that's probably why I never really seen it in back. Is because like they'd always have people, like
you have to
clean the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Public bathrooms are just in general friggin' nasty because it's not
like when I
go
out and do deliveries. Like if I have to go to the bathroom, like I know which restaurants like regularly check, and the best places to go to the bathroom, and like I'll like purposefully like be in that vicinity, hoping I get one of those places, because I really hate public toilets. Like I do. People are gross.
I do too, and
people are just gross.
I developed what I call speaking of PPP, that's what I call my public potty protocol. And that's basically
oh my god. Okay.
This
is a stream about movies, and it just got totally fucking derailed.
I have to share my tips and tricks for proper public pooping.
Yeah, okay.
The proper public pooping, because I worked at a mall and we didn't have a private bathroom, so we had to use the public bathroom. So because of that, if I had to use the bathroom, mind you, I don't have a gallbladder, so sometimes I have to go. So what I would do is I bring some spray, whether it's perfume or actual aerosol spray, and between movements, you flush and then spray, because then the people can't hear the flush. They can't hear the spray, and it doesn't smell. Okay, so that's my thing. Make sure to put down extra. Yeah, you put down extra.
So like you carry around with you like your own shit kit.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, like they should sell those. I'm not even kidding you. Like hand sanitizer and a little extra toilet paper and maybe like a couple flushable wipes or something, and just really like.
Well, they have poopery. You know that, right?
Yeah. You know what poopery is? It's just vanilla extract.
Right, but it
like
works.
Go to the grocery store and get vanilla. Right, just get vanilla, like a little thing of vanilla. Drop a couple drops in there, like really like one or two. And then before you take a poop, it's the same exact stuff. The vanilla coats the top layer of the water and it just traps in the odors.
Well,
the problem though is when you've got one that sticks up out of there like a fucking iceberg.
Like a turtle, yeah.
Right. Well, I used to get this thing. They sell it. It's called V-poo, and it's got different.
You can't carry that kind of stuff around though, because we don't have bag. We don't carry around purses or bags.
You guys have
unless you're
backpacks.
unless you buy a $900 Louis Vuitton Merce.
See, you know everything that's going on.
What happened to those? What the hell you call those? Those fanny packs. Just get a fanny pack. Those are coming back.
I've noticed those are coming back. Yeah, those
fanny packs are very useful.
I just prefer like a satchel. Like Indiana Jones wore a satchel.
If you walking around, I can see you walking around with a satchel.
Don't knock it. Don't knock it. They're great. I got one when I worked for the census and I had to give it back. I was so pissed.
Just get one on
I should just
eBay.
lose it. Yeah, no, I got one around here that's my adventure bag and stuff. But all right, hey man, I gotta let you go. I gotta wrap up in a few minutes. And for a couple more people to get to. No,
so I'm gonna go back to a logging Ralph then.
I'm not. Well, I mean, like, what's the point, man? At this point, look, I can sit back. Nothing I do is gonna like. I mean, look, if we got on a call together, I would just keep yelling Adrian Blair 1 over and over and over again until like he had to hang up on me.
Very informed.
I am. Look, I'm not as informed. This was months ago, and people tell me things.
Yeah.
All right. Like I don't know when the court date is.
The satchel is like a week ago.
Come on, no. That $900 thing was like that was from like last month, right? That was from August.
No,
if I recall.
Got back from Vegas, didn't he?
He got it in Vegas though, because someone had sent me that too.
That old.
Yeah, it's before Labor Day because he was out there by himself and whatever. I think. Okay, I might read the farms every once in a while. So
funny. Yeah,
it would
well,
stuff, I would. Yeah, yeah. You clip a lot of shit, dude. You know. So if I see you pop up there, some of those. So I'll like lay in bed before going to sleep some nights, and I'm just surfing the web on my phone. I'm like, all right, I'll see what's going on over there on like the Gunt board. And I just like, it's hard to keep up with everything. So I'll just kind of look at like the last post and look to see what's going on. And I just laugh because it's like, how can one man make so many people hate him? And I know what it's like for people to hate you. I do. I know that, you know, but it's like,
well, you know why I'm rooting for you, Jarbo, why I've rooted for you. Because Ralph does the exact same thing that you were doing. He's been doing it all along.
Yeah.
And yet he gets to walk free and you were totally destroyed by it. So
yeah.
I think at least mutual destruction is assured.
Mutually assured. I mean, yeah, that's the thing though. It's like when he called me up and whatnot, like I keep waiting randomly for another call.
Well, that was off. That was a joke. That was the worst prank phone call I've ever heard.
Did you hear that prank phone call, Saggy? Did you hear that prank phone call?
No, I missed that.
So this was like July, like the end of July last year. I was driving home from deliveries and Ralph called me at like midnight my time or whatever. And he did this whole thing where he's trying to dog on me or whatever. And I basically just asked him like why he likes young girls.
Whoa.
And cause he does. His ex-wife was like 18, like 17, 18 when he met her.
He does. And he moved a runaway teen in and impregnated.
Well, he coaxed her. He coaxed her to run away. He talked her into running away. Don't know. She stole her fucking 5-year-old brother's shoes. She stole her younger brother's shoes before going out in the middle of the night, the dead of night from California.
Thank you for bringing this up because this is actually what inspired me to call you. So you're talking to Faith Vickers now on Twitter? Am I seeing this correctly?
Is that really Faith? Because I don't know. I have no freaking idea. Yeah. She followed me randomly. I don't know why.
She wants to make you the next.
No. Listen.
Oh my God.
Listen. No. All right. Here's the thing. She's only following me to trigger Ralph. That's it. Okay. And she responds and likes some of my posts, and that's about it.
Her next baby daddy.
No.
You're awful.
No. God, no. I wish her all the best. Okay. I wish her court case, all the success in the world. You know, I hope that class B misdemeanor. Whatever it is.
It's not a felony.
It's a misdemeanor. Yeah. It's like up to
felony to release.
No, it's not a felony. Yeah. I think it's like up to 12 months in jail and like it's a fine or some shit.
Right. Well, he's already a felon.
So yeah, 2 times. But it's not a felony. It's only a misdemeanor. So, you know, that's why he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Like he'll probably plead down to something, you know, maybe get community service or whatever. And then
unreal, isn't it?
And then whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, the thing is like eventually he's gonna, you know, he's just gonna take himself out back and, you know, deal with it.
So you've not been contacted for the interview.
What interview? I don't know what's going on with that.
She doesn't want you to interview her as like a tell-all.
No.
Type tell-all.
No, I fucking talked to her ex-boyfriend and like, you know, and that dude straight outed himself on my stream.
Yeah, that guy obliterated himself.
You know, and he DM'd me on Discord a couple weeks ago. Just randomly I did not respond. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you, dude. Like, what are you doing?
These people now, Jarbo. You know, you were the entry point. You on the kill stream was there.
Sir, I have to intervene. You are a bad influence. He is rehabilitating. Okay, we can't have him relapse. Okay.
Are we not supposed to do that?
No, he can't relapse. He's been doing so good. He's been sober and clean for about a year now. We can't have you come in here and have him relapse.
Sober and clean. There we go. I haven't had any booze. I haven't had a drink of alcohol since VidCon 2019. So I'm not even kidding.
I have all this alcohol in my fridge. I don't drink.
Yeah, I don't drink. I haven't smoked either. I should smoke.
Sometimes I just want to see. I know like the real. I've caught glimpses of the real Jarbo, and he's really kind of evil and vindictive. And I just want to see that Jarbo because that would be fun to see.
I have my moments. I'll be honest. All right. No. I'll be honest. I have my moments.
Well, maybe evil is strong, but you don't.
Evil. I don't think. No,
You're
vindictive is vindictive. I'll fully fucking admit. Conniving, 100%. I have my moments, but it's one of those things where I don't want to live in that world.
Yeah.
There are people that I don't like.
Probably not healthy.
It's not healthy.
But
it's
I
not
want
healthy.
the video where Jarbo screams into the microphone and decries Ethan Ralph and gets his victory. You know, I want.
Here's the thing with that. But here's the thing with that, dude. I don't have to do anything. All right. Like, do you? Okay. It's kind of like, okay. Are you a fan of Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
all right, fine.
Like that movie.
It's the best movie of all time, in my opinion. But here's the thing. Indiana Jones really didn't have to do anything in that movie to achieve the same ending. The Nazis would have found the fucking Ark of the Covenant. They would have opened it up and they all would have died. End of story. Okay.
Right.
He only delayed the inevitable. So at this point, Ralph is the Nazis going after the Ark of the Covenant. And I'm Indiana Jones. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything to delay the inevitable. All I got to do is wait for him to fucking take that final gulp of Maker's Mark and turn into his own Ark of the Covenant. And that's it. And that is legitimately it. I don't have to do a damn thing. He can yell, scream, seethe, cope, whatever at me, all he wants. He can get mad at every single person he's ever known, whatever. It's not going to change the outcome of what happens. It's literally set in stone at this point.
And what is set in stone?
He's either going to drink his ass to death or he's going to fucking kill himself. That's it. That's it. And I'm not saying this lightly, and I'm not even wanting him to like die, but it's like a person full of that much rage and hatred and anger, because it's not an act. That's the difference.
No, it isn't that. That's for sure.
It's not an act. He legitimately lives with this much hatred in his heart, and he's already overweight. He's aged himself 10 years in the last 3. He's almost completely gray now. I mean, I got gray in my beard and in my hair too, but I'm a couple years older. He's like 36 and he's got almost full on silver, totally salt and pepper.
He looks like he's in his 50s.
That's stress for you. That's like multiple lawsuits, multiple restraining orders.
A lot of coke and booze. And
a lot of pills, a lot of Xannies, you know, and he's all like, what? He says now that he hasn't had a drink since his mom died. I don't believe that for a second, you know? I mean, like,
yeah, supposedly. Well, he's definitely drinking the last 2 weeks. Have you seen what's been going
no,
on?
I mean, his rants, I've seen the clips that have been floating around, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, that's about it. But it's like, other than that, it's like, I don't have to do anything. I'm not a part of any of that world. So as a person who fundamentally dislikes this person and wants nothing but bad things for them, I don't have to do anything. Like, literally, I just gotta sit there and chill out, and that's it. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm just like, all right, man. Like, you know what? You want to fucking shit your pants on stream? By all means. You know what? But here's the thing. If I were to shit myself on stream, I would at least laugh it off and own it. Because at this point, it's easier just to go, yeah, I fucked up, than it is to sit there.
It happens, you know.
It happens. Every once in a while. Every once in a while, you might laugh and or sneeze, and you end up pooping out a little bit. I guess,
well,
you know,
it was just an excuse for him to attack Rackets anyway. I don't think he really cares.
Well, no, I think he holds on to. Yeah, I know. I don't think he cares. I don't think he really was. You know, it's whatever it is. Whatever it is.
At Rackets apparently for a year.
Well, you know, and doesn't Rackets like still hang out with Gator? So
Yes.
it's like all they can do at this point
Gator
is like,
will never betray his man. You know.
No, Gator's waiting just to usurp the king. That's what's going on here.
Gator was replaced by somebody named Pat Dixon.
I don't know who that is.
Me either. I don't know who it is either, but that's apparently who Ralph wants to replace him if he goes to jail. So Gator is never getting the show.
Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing with this, right? And I'll say this, and then at this point, I got to end the show because I set it hard out at 90 minutes, and it's already after midnight. I got to take my kid to school in the morning, so I got to be up super early. That's why. Yeah. But here's the thing with that. I probably should not have indulged, but I did because I'm a bitch too. You know, it's every once in a while it's good to just get it out. It's cathartic to talk about it. What can I say? But anyway, what was I saying here? I forgot the fucking point I was going to make.
You were on Ralph.
Oh, right. So if you notice, Ralph married Nora before Ralph went to jail last time.
Yes.
Ralph is marrying May right as all this fucking shit was like. He proposed to May after, if I recall my dates correctly, he proposed to May after he knew that he was going to get brought up on charges again.
Yeah, probably.
So he's only marrying May, who I don't even think is fucking pregnant, by the way.
You don't
But
think
he's
she's
only
actually
married. I don't think she's actually
Dunkling
pregnant.
number 2?
No, I don't think so. It could be false positive, or they're just playing it up for sympathy, right? Oh, my wife. Oh, I'm going to jail. My wife is getting my pregnant wife. I'm not going to be there for the birth of my. You know what I mean? Like, come on. When you say something like I'm re-rolling for
calculated for Ralph, though.
Yeah, it'd be too calculated for Ralph, but not for May, who you don't spend all that time with someone like Digibro watching all that lolicon and like not figure out like how to fucking work a plan or something. You know what I mean?
You would
like,
think that shit just rots your brain out.
I don't know. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's like, I mean, and God forbid they have a daughter. You know what I mean? Like if they've got a kid and she's into lolicon, I'm like, dude,
yeah, it's all very disturbing.
It's very disturbing, and I shouldn't know as much of as I do tangentially, because it doesn't concern me. But I feel like he knows he's going to probably end up going to jail, so he needs someone to manage his affairs. His mom is dead.
Yeah,
you know, his dad is dead. His brother, as far as I know, they don't talk.
Well, his
maybe I don't
in
know.
A sanatorium or something.
Is he? I don't know. I only recently heard he had a brother.
He's mentally disabled.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. And you know, I'm just saying. It's like there's look, when you have nothing. Look, I'll just say this, and then we got to go. But it's like if Ralph is smart, motherfucker should go and marry Gator, and have it just be on paper. Have it just be on paper, but have him have that power of attorney and shit. All right, marry Gator, let Gator run the show, let Gator get a few months of feeling like Big Dick Gator, and then maybe he'll finally get that blonde Puerto Rican. Who knows? And then
he's never gonna give Gator the show.
I'm just and then you know what?
Random guy.
Yeah, well, that's you know when your number 2 is as loyal as Gator is, that's the one. You know, like that's the guy. It's like it's like Vladimir Putin, right? Putin has been in charge of Russia since 2000 when he was made prime minister, you know, by fucking Boris Yeltsin in order to then pardon Boris Yeltsin. Okay. So then Putin, you know, was prime minister and then president. And then when his term was up, he became prime minister again. And then he brought in another dude to be president. And then when their terms are up, they just flip jobs. So Putin has been in charge all of this time, but he just merges different positions.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like just have Gator fucking be that.
Ralph? Are you saying Ralph needs to do that with Gator?
Yes. Like that is my legitimate business advice to Ralph. It's like if you want someone who's loyal,
Gator, they could
marry Gator. Yeah, bring in Gator. All right, have it just be, you know, be on paper only sort of thing. But you can then file as a married couple and pay less in taxes. So, you know, and who knows, there might be some grants out there for an overweight gay couple who are looking to adopt someone like May.
By the way, you forgot super chats.
I'm aware of the super chats. This conversation anyway, I gotta fucking go because this is over my time limit here. So thank you for coming on in.
Okay.
Hell of a thing on that one. All right, we'll talk to you later. Thank you. Okay. All right. So I see Anthony, Tony, and John back there, guys. I'm gonna have to get to you guys tomorrow. So we'll get there real quick here. Hold on, John. I just want to say thank you.
Oh, okay.
I got your package. I do have to end the stream. I know it's all been crazy. But I want to say thank you for the package.
Good words to say. Sorry.
It's definitely, yeah, it's been a whole thing. Everything's been fucking derailed tonight, obviously. Unfortunately. So it is what it is. But I did, John sent me some fluffy Gabriel Iglesias keychains.
Well, I mean, if you really don't like those stuff, you can sell it. I mean, that's what they said at the show was, hey,
no,
I
mean, I'll probably put them up somewhere. I gotta go get a new fob for my car anyway. So I'm, maybe put it on there and whatnot. But I just wanted to say thank you for that. We'll have to talk again soon. I'll get you on again and we'll chit chat. Cause I gotta be up early, so I gotta wrap this thing up.
All right.
Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. And Tony, we'll get to you later, buddy. I do appreciate you coming on in. All right. I know this whole thing has been crazy, guys. I appreciate your patience. I know it's been a wild story. Andrew here for $2 talking about Drew Carey said that at one point he was the highest paid TV star. Also saying he was raking in $55 million during his show's run. If you're making $55 million, like why the fuck would you go to The Price is Right afterward? That's like why would you? Yeah, Drew Carey went from like a couple of years down the road after Bob Barker died, but like Drew Carey didn't really have a career after the Drew Carey show. And then he ended up on The Price is Right. And he lost all the he did Whose Line Is It? And that was pretty good. Yeah. But then it was like, as for any kind of actual acting.
Well, he went to The Price is Right because the price was right.
Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Saggy. Okay, listen, I can only handle so much cringe. Oh my God. Anyway, Andrew here for $5, buddy. Thank you very much. Says sup prep is a hell of a drug. That's how it was on the ceiling. Oh, talking about the shit on the ceiling. Sup rep. I don't know what that is, but the projectile crap. It's definitely a fascinating conversation there. Tony here did say BTR after dark. Yeah, kinda. Fucking kinda. Instead of Hollywood After Dark is now bored. Look, I'm sorry. It went all over the goddamn place. Benson here for £5. Watch Bond last night. Excellent send-off for Craig. Great action scenes in a story arc that satisfies Craig's story arc. Hint of Her Majesty's Secret Service with Lazenby. Nice. Someone was in here earlier trying to like spoil that shit, which I hope is not true. Then Andrew here for $2 more. Indiana Jones used the musket bag. God damn it, Jarbo. Hey, fine. A Musette bag. Well, I'm gonna Google that Musette bag. I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna look at this on Amazon here. It's a World War II. Ooh, that's a nice looking motherfucker.
Oh my God.
No, I got one of those. They're not that bad.
Guys, please.
But listen. You get your what? You get your hair did, right? Whatever the term is. You get your nails done.
Was that the term? Is that what we call it?
I don't know. I'm tired. Men like to accessorize with backpacks and or satchels. Okay. All right, let us have that, Saggy. Don't discriminate against the men's. Here we go. Benson here says De Niro, Pacino, Lauren, Streep. All names you associate with the term movie star. Johnson isn't fit to lick their boots when it comes to acting. Just the latest roid head that does action movies.
That's funny, huh?
Oh, I think it's hysterical.
Sure you do.
I think it's hysterical. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Did I forget your super chat, Rational? I thought I got everybody. Let me double check. Hold on here. I thought I got everything. All right, hold on. Let me go back and find it in the other page because I got to go and do that. All right. I do apologize for the complete derailing of shit. That is not obviously what I want to do. Okay. You're asking here. Oh, he says here, Matt, do you know Mr. Medicare's identity? I heard something that it was leaked out there. I do not know. I do not know, like, if that's real or not. I don't care to know his identity. So there's that. Like, I don't want to know his identity. That's where I'm at with that one. Anyway, yeah, this was a bit of a crossover episode between Hollywood After Dark and everything, which is really funny, actually, Saggy, because there's a lot of people who listen to listen to Boulder Talk Radio, who listen to Hollywood After Dark. So, they're caught up on the lore. But for everybody else, man, the comments on this tomorrow are going to be a little bit weird.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm here for that. Oh man.
Thank you.
You're gonna get me canceled.
Wait, did I? Hold on. Did I spoil it by saying it's a spoiler? Did I? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm so tired right now. So, last thing, anything else I need to say? Probably not. My channel, my BTR gang. Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, if you go check out the channel, I did do a thing over there. But that being said, let me quickly do this here, and then we'll wrap it up. I do appreciate everybody. Thank you all so much. Really, I wouldn't be here without you guys, obviously, and I know that tonight was all over the place, and that's not every night. But what we can do is we can always enjoy a good story together. How about that? We can enjoy a good story. And so for this, what I thought would be fun would be a way to what I'm gonna I'm gonna do here. I'll drop the link. If you guys want to see or hear the podcast, the story of why the Marvel comic failed, and the story behind one of the biggest titans in Marvel Comics going down with the ship, you can go and check that out. There's the link right there. And I'm going to do an instant premiere right now so you guys can check it out and have a little bit of fun. So there's that. It is up. It's got a 2-minute countdown right now. And thank you all so much for coming on in. Thank you, Saggy, for hanging. I always appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
And I'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Have yourself a great night, everybody, and peace the hell out.